There isn't judgment toward the races who have chosen a path of the fallen ways. There is, however, consequence for them. They're loved by the founders. They're loved by Source. There's no damnation. They're the ones that created the angry, wrathful gods that put fire, people in fire and brimstone and stuff. Any nice guy doesn't do that. That's just having a temper tantrum when you have a lot of power to push around. There is huge love in the teachings that we carry. I don't want the love to be missed because of the technical data that's needed to be given. But if I have to get accused, like I sometimes am, by people who are used to being patted on the head and their egos perked up by all that sweet light and love talk, if I have to get them angry with me by saying, well, the love is here and I will do my best to communicate that to you. Feel the frequency, and if you can't, you should ask yourself why. Because it's huge, the love that we carry and the people that we work with carry. But what's more important right now? Patting people's ego to make them feel safe so they can have more security blankets to hold on to and to put over their eyes and hide behind? Or loving them enough to tell them the way it is and give them the technologies that aren't that hard, that they can begin to heal themselves and help themselves, and if nothing else, protect themselves from what's coming. That's where the love is. We're willing to be unpopular in the New Age movement. Oh boy, are we. It's like we almost created our own, because they couldn't stand us. There's so many infiltrate people in the New Age movement that are running groups and zapping people in workshops that, it's amazing. It was a question?
Can you talk about some of the specifics of what groups?
I've already dropped a few hints. Okay. I've made hints like the Clarion Call, which is, you can look that up. I think it's C-L-A-I-R-O-N. There are hints like anything attached to the being called Thoth. Look that up. Anything, see, I could give a list, but A, I won't do it on camera if I ever do it. Why? Or in print? Why? Well, do we need to be taken down right now and put in jail for slander? We're not stupid. Yeah. We have no gripe with the people who are the mouthpieces for the fallen ones. It's the fallen ones' agenda we have a gripe with. We don't have a need to point fingers at the individuals, but we will at times name some of the movements. It's attached to the Thoth material. It's attached to anything that identifies with what's called the Alpha Omega Melchizedek order. All right? I won't name names of individuals who are involved because that's not important. This is true. As you're just pointing out, and we teach people to listen on the inside instead of turning to experts on the outside to find the answers. Now, if we know some things about who's who, and we know a lot about who's who, believe me, I wanted to run when I found out. Well, there's an ability you can cultivate inside of yourself. And it starts with a simple question. The ability to decide and identify for yourself whether a system is serving a true Christos empowerment agenda, or whether it's using Christos lip service to give you an agenda that's going to take you down into a black hole, but they're not about to tell you that. There's one key element. Where do they ask you to put your power, or tell you to put your power? Are they telling you to call upon the name of Archangel this or Archangel that? Are they telling you to say the 500 sacred names of God and everybody else? Are they telling you to kiss the feet of this guru or that guru? Or to put a picture of this guru or that guru on your door of your refrigerator so he can beam frequency and protection at you all the time? Are they telling you to channel this being and that being? All of this stuff is telling you to put your power elsewhere. The Christos, the true Christos teachings, tell you that you have right within you your inner Christos. This is what the being that was called Jesus, actually his name was Jeshua, he had come with his group of indigo gray-aligned children to bring that knowledge of the inner Christos back. So anything that's teaching you, even stuff that's teaching you to worship a symbol of a dead Christ on a cross, is teaching you to put your power outside of yourself to worship somebody else, which is saying to yourself, I have no direct connection to God. It is telling you to con yourself into thinking somebody else has your knowledge, your truth, and your ability to be safe, that you have no personal connection to God. So if you can know these little tricks of the trade that are underneath and woven in between their pretty words, where are they asking you to put your power? Are they telling you the mechanics and the anatomy of your interdimensional body so you can remember how to get yourself back in the body so you can embody your God connection? Or are they telling you God is out there somewhere else, away from you, and you got to kiss somebody's toes, knees, or nose in order to get up there to see him again? All right. Where are you putting your power is the answer, the big answer to the question of who's who out there. Thank you. And also, answering it that way keeps us out of jail. Because we can't afford to be sued. And the truth of it is, the name things, at times I will share in intimate circles of friends and things what we know. But after a while it becomes very obvious. You will develop after a while, particularly with flame body activations, you will just be able to sense the frequency. You will be able to tell by holding a book, you won't even have to open it, what the energy signature is, whether it's coming from up or down. So naming names becomes a moot point. It's just helpful in the beginning, before people realize that they have the sensitivity in themselves to develop that ability. There are some big tricksters out there. Basically, we suggest don't follow any movements, including ours. We don't want followers. We're here to share. Gurus have followers. Priests maybe have followers. We don't look for followers. We look for people just like ourselves, who are avatars in bodies just dying to figure out how to wake back up so we can get the rest of us in body to figure out what we're here for, to figure out what to do about it. You are all avatars. We all have that part of ourselves, Christos avatars. Even the fallen ones originally started as Christos avatars, and they still have a part of themselves that never fell. Whether they'll ever connect to that part of themselves again is their choice, because their Christos avatar will not force that choice on them. But each one of you are no less than us, and we're no more than you. But we're all pretty great. We need to remember. This is why there's one being I want you to follow, and that's the truth of the wholeness of you. And that will be a different being for each one of you. But it will share a common community that's called the Universal Christos. And beyond that, we have the levels where we're part of the Rishi collectives, the Brenna Rishi. We all have parts of ourselves there. So as we move through some very challenging, some of it's going to be funny. I mean, you know what I've noticed that's really strange? For the people that are working like the other agendas, let's say, they get really upset with me for revealing the history. Oh boy, did that upset them. Some of the, like, say, the Flaming Blue Sword people and stuff, right? They got really upset when we started revealing the history from the records. They didn't want that revealed because it shows who they are and what they're up to. But they'll throw all sorts of accusations. Oh, they're just fear-based teachings. Oh, where's the love? This kind of stuff. The love is right here in the frequency. But for us supposedly just teaching scary, fear-based stuff, we've had more people laughing their way out of our workshops, being hit with some of the most heaviest, biggest, most scientific, most broad spiritual information they've ever encountered, and they're joking and they're laughing and they're feeling good when they leave. We must be doing something right. Because we're teaching you how big the drama is, but we're teaching you that you're even bigger. And you're part of a Christos, and you're part of a cosmos that's bigger, that has the ability to move through things where fallen angels fear to tread. We don't have to be afraid. And we will never teach you to be afraid. And do you know why we won't teach you to be afraid? You can only give what you really have inside. We are fearless. We are fearless because we got it. We know. We feel the reality of the living Christos inside. And it doesn't matter. Christos isn't a word that just belonged to Christians. They borrowed it.